Yeah, mic check, mic check. I'm a mic sound people. Can you hear me? All right, let's get straight into this. This will not be a long video. I just want to ask a couple questions, man. I mean, I keep seeing all this stuff every time I turn around. It's like I'm having nightmares about Xbox rumors and news. I mean, Digital Foundry revealed the specs of this console not once but twice, officially and unofficially. And then now we're here talking about things that are in the process of things that are in the console after the specs were revealed. And I'm just confused, man. But before I get into that, I just want to ask a question. Okay, honestly, can y'all guys tell me something in the comments? Did the Xbox get more coverage? I'm talking about the Xbox Scorpio than the PS4 Pro, because when the PS4 Pro was coming out, it was announced at E3, and then it was kind of just here. Like they announced it in June, and in November it was here, and it was a smooth transition, and everything was great. But between those couple of months, I believe the 3 months between June and November, let me count, make sure off the top of my head, June, July, August. Oh, no, it's more than that. It's about 5 months, right? Let me see. June, because it was revealed at E3, July, August, September, October, November. Okay, so we had about 6 months. Let's just say 6 months, even though it was a little less than that, it was about 5. Um, I don't remember the Pro getting this much coverage. We heard about it, and then we knew it was coming in a couple of months, and by the time we could really talk about it, the console was on the shelves. And when it came out, it had a rough little start because patches weren't giving people exactly what they wanted. And we're still in the transitional stages of the patches working the way we want them to. So that's cool. It's like the Pro was the guinea pig for this 4K console stuff. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, did the Xbox Scorpio get more coverage than the Pro? Is the media still biased now, guys? Because every time I turn around, there's an Xbox rumor, article, report. It's just all kinds of events, all kinds of speculation, all kinds of things that are coming. And you can't turn your head without seeing Xbox Scorpio news. So I'm wondering now, is the media still biased? Because this is the most coverage I've ever seen the Xbox get. Matter of fact, I believe the Scorpio is getting more coverage than the original Xbox One. And that's interesting because I know when they revealed the Xbox in E3, the original Xbox One, it got a lot of backlash for the DRM and the things that they were trying to implement. And it kind of was like a lot of news about the negativity of the console. And then the console came down and underperformed. So it was kind of warranted to an extent. Now, I also want to say something to the Xbox community. For those of you that actually do listen to me and understand that I'm trying to give you a fair and objective opinion, just not a corporate opinion, like a corporate slaving opinion. The reason that I bash the console whenever I get a chance to is because a lot of the things, if you go back to the beginning of my channel, when you see me talking about the Xbox One and having complaints or legitimate gripes, they're addressing those in this new console, and that's what I wanted. So I'm glad that I actually complained about games not being I brought up a lot of economical terms like the value for the dollar. Like if you buy a game on the PlayStation that's 1080p 30 frames and then the same game is performing at 900 to 792p and not hitting 30 frames, why is it the same price? So they understand that they can't justify things like this. So they have to address these things. Like it's just the American way. It's a corporate consumer way of thinking. It's not fair. It's like if I buy two Civics, same year, make and model, and one goes way faster than the other, you're going to be like, well, wait a minute, I just paid for the same thing and one is way better than the other. Or one is improved or greater value to the dollar than the other. And this is the problem, and this is why I think they needed to address it. So be glad that there's people out here that's just not sucking Microsoft's cock all the time, because if it wasn't for people like us who actually brought these things up, would they be addressing them? They were addressing the USB support for microphones. They were addressing content creators' tools. Remember I told you the PS4 is just easier for content creators to use. All around, it just beats the shit out of the Xbox currently, the PlayStation. The original PlayStation beats the shit out of the Xbox as far as content creation tools go. So they addressed all of this stuff. They addressed the resolutions and the frame rates. Now, people are just trying to tout this console as like the next coming of Jesus, but guys, it's just a mid-refresh, man. The console can't be a next generation console or something really that much newer than what you already have, due to the fact that the games are being developed to run on the Xbox and be upscaled on the Xbox Scorpio. Because at the end of the day, how can they make the game run off the hardware specifically in the Scorpio, and then that same game is going to run on the Xbox One unless they make two versions of the game, which they're not going to do. They're not going to do that. So that means that even though the games are going to look better on the Scorpio, they're still going to be held back to this generation due to the fact that they can't scale maps larger. they can't make the game longer, pause with all these terms, because of the simple fact that that would make the game not able to run on the original Xbox, and that's not going to get left behind. So you guys got to hold your horses. Now, let's talk about something I heard last night that was truly ridiculous. I heard somebody saying, and I'm going to say the name because it's the same retard that's running around here saying a lot of things that are incorrect, and I can't wait for the council to come out so these people can shut up and be proven officially wrong. And I'm going to come for you and roast the freaking crap out of you if you said any of those stupid things. Just warning people. I'm going to take a lot of shots. You know, it's going to be the OK corral out here, man. But anyway, I digress. And pardon me because I had to cough. I just wanted to say, yeah, they're saying now that the Jaguar cores are not really Jaguar cores. I mean, we already went through this with Digital Foundry. Didn't Digital Foundry say it is an evolved custom Jaguar CPU? And now we're back to this whole thing about it's actually a Zen. The Jaguar cores are Zen cores or evolved to Zen cores. I mean, literally, this person said the Jaguar cores are, wow, the Jaguar cores are Zen cores. I think that's verbatim what he said, a quote. I'm going to try to find this video real quick because I just got to make sure that I'm not crazy, because some of the things you guys say, man, it's just like, why do you have to say these things? Why do you have to talk so crazy? Why do we have to do this? Yeah, I actually found it. Let me see if I could get it to play and load the volume.
Then you will, and if he does forget, because
yep, I found this lunatic.
The word Jag to slam the console, right? Mm-hmm. So Microsoft have officially come out.
This is
said,
retarded.
and you will link this down below, correct? And if he does forget, because he's a freaking cool motherfucker.
Yeah, I think it's coming right here. I couldn't watch this video past this.
But Microsoft have confirmed.
Please, Jesus.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It is using Jag cores, as I said before.
Jag cores.
It's derivative more than anything because it's so custom. It comes out yesterday that Microsoft confirmed that it is so custom they don't refer to it as Jaguar architecture anymore. And that is a direct quote from the article.
Now, see, y'all heard that. I had to play that in the back so y'all can hear it. This is why I really hate this community, because, and specifically these guys here, because it just said Jaguar cores evolved. So they're so unique that they're not Jaguar cores anymore. What the fuck? See what I mean? Like, what does that mean, really? That's just gibberish talk, because it's still a Jaguar core. Still a Jaguar processor. It is a Jaguar that they tampered with. They injected DX12 commands into the processor to make it easier to use. So yes, it's gonna have a lot of power, or at least it should be able to take a lot of shortcuts, I should say. But this guy just tried to take something and say it's a direct quote. Microsoft did not mean what you just said by saying that. You took that quote and made it fit your narrative that it's not a Jaguar. These guys cannot accept that it's a Jaguar CPU in this Xbox. And you know why they can't accept that, right? Because they know that means the console is going to be limited. But guess what, stupid knuckleheads? It has to be, because it's going to be held back by Xbox One. What's the point in putting a Ferrari engine in a Civic if the Civic is still going to drive at the same speed? Because it's not worth it. So they put the same CPU but tuned it up. They tuned and tweaked it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a upgraded Xbox. I mean, it is an upgraded Xbox. I'm not going to sit here and say it's an overclocked Xbox Jaguar. I'm not going to say that, because honestly, the DX12 engineering that they put inside of the CPU alone blows away anything that you could get out of the original Xbox. I'm not even going to sit here and disrespect the engineers and say that. But what I will say is that you guys got to understand, it's not going to be a need for all of that if it's going to be running Xbox One games. Y'all guys don't get it. Yes, 4K is demanding, and yes, you will need it for 4K. But you guys act like it's going to have all this unnecessary needed power. Like, it's just going to be like, okay, we have nuclear access, but, you know, we don't need a controller for the nuclear bomb because we'll never need to use it. That's the type of logic that you guys are using here. And that was where I cut off that video, because I saw the title and it was clickbait. And I'll be honest, I clicked on it. Sometimes I try to give people a chance and be like, okay, maybe they'll come to the light. Because I spent the first 2 years on this internet trying to get these guys on the right track, and they really just didn't want to hear it. And I realized that a lot of this is just clickbait situations that's going on. And I said, okay, I get it. These guys are really literally doing this for entertainment purposes. So I fell back. I said, okay, let me mind my business and let these men do what these men do. But at the end of the day, man, you know, some things are just ridiculous. Digital Foundry, pardon me, I stuttered just a little bit. Digital Foundry already revealed this, man. They already revealed the specs, man. And you guys are going behind them and re-revealing what we already know. Y'all can't reinvent this anymore. And it's the same. We got to go another, what, 6 months before this thing comes out. It's another 7 months technically, but it's ridiculous. We're going to have to go through another 7 months of this shit from these guys, man. But anyway, I digress. So what did I talk about? I talked about everything I wanted to talk about here. So yeah, I talked about the media bias. Is it still biased now that everybody's talking about the Scorpio? I mean, way more than they talk about the Pro too. Way more. A lot of people want to see this thing win and do what it's claiming it could do, man. I hope you guys understand that. You know, I made a tweet last night. Follow me on Twitter if you don't. And I made a tweet that the Scorpio is now promoting the same thing that the Xbox One has promoted, which is true 4K, which to me means that you're going to have nothing but 4K games. And it's not going to be the case. We know that already. So I don't understand why they do things like that. It's like clickbait from the head of the company themselves, of Microsoft. They're giving out a clickbait title. And that's kind of like why I'm like, man, just bring the damn console out and stop claiming all this shit. So that's that, man. I'm not going to make this video any longer. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section about the stuff we talked about. So now Jaguar cores are not Jaguar cores, guys. They're evolved into Puma, Panther, Tiger cores. I don't know what the fuck. It's just like you about to play some Street Fighter, you know, Sagat cores. I don't know. But anyway, before I leave, I just want to say RIP to all of the people that was killed in Cleveland yesterday for Easter. I hope you guys that were safe enjoyed your Easter. And, you know, God bless everybody, man. And to that guy, man, you know, he's probably somewhere dead, but or I'm expecting him to be killed. But I don't know. I'm wondering if they're going to even talk to him. But I watched a video of this guy talking and explaining to his friends and family why he did what he did. And he sounded so calm and relaxed that that's some creepy shit, because he was so okay that if you ran into him and didn't know what he looked like, you wouldn't even realize that's the guy running around killing people, because his demeanor was so calm and relaxed. So, you know, they need to get him up off the street immediately. And I'm pretty sure that guys like him, right, they're probably going to catch him alive. Why? Because he killed a bunch of black folks. And I'm not saying that to say it's racist, but they're probably just going to want to know what this guy's thinking, because he did some like real crazy shit. And RIP to the 78-year-old man that he shot in the head, that video they showed, because that was like the saddest thing I've seen in so long, man. Because that guy, you know, granted he was old, but he did not deserve that, man. He seemed like a very nice person. He had a nice aura. This guy just gunned him down. But I don't want to ruin your day with that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me get out of here, so I'm supposed to be leaving already. Peace.